Hey, good morning, guys. It's breakfast time here at our house, and I want to show you something I'm pretty excited about. Miss Andrea and the kids and I, we raise chickens, but recently I got some new chickens. They're called Morans, and they lay dark chocolate brown eggs. They taste so chocolatey and delicious. That one's a little speckledy. Most of you guys are probably used to seeing white eggs. This is not your traditional white layer. That's actually from a Cochin chicken, and you can see how small her egg is next to that big guy. But Miss Jessa, the four-year-old, her favorite are the blue eggs. So we got blue and white and brown, and soon as these get a little darker, we'll have dark chocolate eggs as well. It's like a Cadbury. All right, so it's my job this morning. Miss Andrews already made us some biscuits, but it's my job this morning to make some eggs. You know, when you're cooking stuff, you always got to pay attention that you don't, of course, touch the hot stove. I remember as a kid, my grandpa and my dad and different adults in my life, when they would take a cup of coffee, and I can remember thinking just how hot that cup was. And I would hand them, of course I would hold it by the handle, and I thought it was warm. It would touch my knuckles even through the cup, or even through the handle, and as I would hand them the cup, they would reach out and just grab it with their hand. And I remember thinking, how can they possibly hold that hot cup of coffee with their bare hand, and I'm barely holding it by the handle? I mean, the truth is as I've gotten older, I've been able to grab the coffee cup from the other side. You know, our hands get tougher as we work, as we build up calluses and things like that. You know, one of the things that makes me think of is that our hearts can get calloused. Did you know that? I mean, the more that I ignore things that God teaches me, the harder my heart can get. You know, your parents have probably talked to you before about not watching things on TV or on the internet that you're not supposed to see, or maybe even saying things you're not supposed to say. The other day I was driving in the car and I said stupid. And I didn't think anything about it. The 4-year-old in the back, she says, stupid is not a nice word. And she was right. The truth is that I've kind of lost the sensitivity, or being sensitive to that word. It doesn't mean much to me anymore. It should. I shouldn't say it, but it doesn't. Because the more you hear things, the more you say things, the less sensitive you are to their meaning. You know, Ephesians chapter 4, it talks about how people can get to the point where they lose all sensitivity, where they can't really feel anything at all. Now, he's talking about emotionally and spiritually. The truth is that we have to guard ourselves against the possibility of losing the ability to feel and to sense things that are around us. So this next few weeks, as you're home, pay attention to what you're watching. If it comes on YouTube and it's not clean and good for you, probably best that you turn it off. In fact, let's make a commitment not to watch stuff alone without people in the room. If it's on Netflix or Amazon and it doesn't have the rating that's good for your family, make sure to turn that off as well. Keep your hearts pure and open so that God can fill it with what He desires for your life.
Hey everybody, this is Brent Ruppel out at Camp Cottle. I just wanted to let you know that we have a guest today that is going to help us to understand what everybody's been talking about, social distancing. How do you keep from spreading this new virus, right? So maybe you remember this from a couple of summers ago, but Mr. Bigfoot helped us out. Well, we have him here today. All right, Mr. Bigfoot, say hello to all the kids. All right, perfect. So, Bigfoot, what would you recommend to all of our campers, past campers, counselors, everybody that's been involved at camp, for how to stay safe in these times when being around people can really be a little bit scary? Sure, right? Yeah. Well, yeah, obviously. Okay, that makes a lot of sense, yeah. Do you have any other recommendations for you know, maybe ways to keep ourselves entertained while we're all kind of isolated from all of our loved ones. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Well, that makes a lot of sense. Hey, you know, I know Mr. Bigfoot has really helped us with some explanation of how to do this, but Bigfoot, would you mind just like maybe showing us maybe an example of how social distancing works? Okay, well, there you have it, social distancing. Talk to you tomorrow.
Hey y'all, welcome to the Camp Cottle Kitchen. I'm the crazy cookie lady. Today I'm going to show you our special secret recipe because everybody knows that you can't have camp without our special camp cookies. Now the first #1 secret ingredient is that all of our ingredients are sourced right here at Camp Cottle. They are local ingredients that we can find every day, so we never run out of camp cookies. Our first ingredient is, of course, a flour. We have to have a flour, and every day we grind ours fresh from the hickory nuts. It's nut flour. Then we go out and we find our milk cow, and we milk her, and the children take turns shaking the milk in the butter. We got our butter. We always want everything to taste super chocolatey in our chocolate chip cookies. And so we go out into the forest and the deer provide us with our chocolate chips. Now, everybody at camp loves ranch. They love ranch on everything. On their pizza, on their chicken strips, on their carrots, everything. And they don't know, but we put the ranch in the chocolate chip cookies too. We make the best ranch here ever. We make it fresh every day. Well, also, we always want to have some healthiness in our cookies. We want our children's digestive systems to be working properly. So we go out and we collect pine branches, and that adds fiber to our diet. You just strip them off right here. We don't want to add the whole branch. That's just ridiculous. We're not going to do that. Okay, and so then, from the previous week, we have saved up our supply of 12-year-old boy sweat from the Gaga pit. Those boys, we are so thankful that their sweat glands are working so productively. So we take our 12-year-old boy sweat. Now you don't want to go too younger because then it's too sweet. And if you go older, well, it's just sour. And so 12-year-old boy sweat. It's wonderful. Our last ingredient today is also going to make it super yummy. This is our Yum Yum sauce. It is so good. Next, we're going to blend. We get our handy dandy whisk, and we're going to mix all those ingredients together. Now, you want to blend it well. Well blended. Very good. Now that butter will just melt into the whole mixture. Oh, that's perfect. We're gonna preheat our oven. Turn it on. Whoa! And we're gonna set it at 350. Put them in there, spoon them onto a pan, throw them in the oven, let them cook for, about 8 minutes, and then we're ready to serve them to our campers. And that's the secret to Camp Cottle cookies. Wink, wink. So, their challenge for this weekend is to get involved with your family. Be a helper. If you like to cook something, make a special treat for people. Help your mama. If she's cooking dinner, get in there and say, how can I help you? And if she makes you dinner, you better say, thank you, Mama. This is wonderful. And also, I tell you what, the best thing, my most favorite people in the whole world are the people who clean up my kitchen when I'm done. Be a helper. Help your mama in the kitchen. Clean them dishes. Be good helpers. And don't forget to post a picture of you guys being helpers this weekend. All right, bye guys.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tori Lance. I'm here to do your cabin check results. I was cleaning one of Al Metcalf's science tools and got turned into an ugly boy. But, alas, we must continue with the day's activities. It will only be temporary, I am told. So, with that, let's go over the cabin check results. I wanted to mention everybody because everybody did a wonderful job. We'll start with the Taylors. Your video was magical. Ethan, we really liked your hamster, Ethan Henson. Jessa, you did a great job being brave today. Noah, fantastic book selection. Abby, very clean. And we loved your virtual snack collection. Wyatt, bathroom 2. Your bathroom looked great, Wyatt. We loved the Bible camp stuff and your Bible verses. Enoch and Elijah, you had a great room. And we're really glad that you also cleaned your body, because that's important too. It's good to take showers. It seems as though my voice is adjusting to this boyish body, but don't worry, it'll go back to normal. Aubrey, we loved your dollhouse and your cat. You did great. Grace, you were very tidy. Grace Avenue was super neat. We loved it. And Jack, that was a really, really cool stop motion video. We loved it. Or time lapse, not stop motion. Stop motion would have been way more difficult, I'm sure. Anyway, so we're gonna get to it. We're gonna announce the winners. I'm gonna do first and second place, not in that order. Second place, I'm gonna give it to Wyatt Henson. Just cause I thought it was the best. Really liked how much stuff he cleaned. And then first place, we're gonna give it to Aubrey Bunch, because she did so good and she did so fantastic. So those are our 2 winners for the day. And thank you, and keep those cabins clean.